Andres Schilelderup, 1 goal, 1 assist. We were linked to him before he decided to join Benfica. Okay, what position? What position does he play? Is he a striker? He wanted a year or two in a team like Benfica. I heard he's a Liverpool fan. I know he's a left winger. Okay. Well, one more left winger to add to all the left wingers we have. He can play 10 and a left winger. Okay, interesting. I think we will be in the market for a left winger next. I say next year, but at the end of the season for definite. Um, Cat Meow Meow asks, how was the Liverpool Legends game? It was really good. Very good atmosphere. I got searched on the way in, which of course. So when you go in, there's turnstiles and there's security, and they're letting everyone through. And then when I go in, they're like, "Yeah, we need to search you." I was like, "Okay, fine, you can search me if you want." But yeah, no, it was good. Peter Crouch scored 2 goals. Gerard's passing was still amazing. Dirk Kuyt was really good. He was there. All the Chelsea players look pretty rubbish, but the Liverpool players look pretty good. But yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun. I would definitely recommend it. And Snus says a good talent, but not necessarily a Liverpool player. Good enough, yeah. So is he really young? Is he a youngster? Dean Smith on YouTube says, you did say you were going to wear your Liverpool shirt. I did. You were right. My excuse is, Dean, I went to Anfield yesterday for the Liverpool game, so I wore it there. So now it's in the wash. I'll try wearing it tomorrow. I can't wear it 2 days in a row. Snus on Twitch says, we wanted him because he was cheap. Well, that is the Liverpool way by the looks of it. And now since he's at Benfica, he'll definitely be sold for 50 million plus. And we won't do that anymore. Yeah, it's kind of, I wouldn't say 50 million plus is out of our price range, but it's probably on the upper end of our price range. But yeah, you're right. I don't see us spending that kind of money on a 20 year old, unfortunately. It's similar. It's a similar thing with like Huijsen and Kerkez, I think, to a certain degree, because they went to Bournemouth last year for kind of significantly smaller fees, and now we're looking at buying them for a lot more. So I think Huijsen went for about 15, and now he's quoted at 50. And who's the other one? Kirkez kind of similar, also quoted at 50. And Snus also says he wanted a development like Haaland, but I mean too late now. Yeah, it's probably too late unless he turns out absolutely amazing. And then we think, and then 50 million becomes little for him, if you know what I mean. But it's good to be aware of. Dean Smith on YouTube says, which one did you wear, home or your goalkeeper shirt? That's a good question. So the home one was already in the wash, so I had to wear the goalkeeper shirt. I think I was the only person wearing the goalkeeper shirt, to be honest. Like everyone in Anfield was wearing home shirts, so I was the only one wearing the goalkeeper shirt. But yeah, It was the goalkeeper one just because that one was clean and that's the only one that was available. Um, but yeah, Snus says Norway got three amazing talents. Yeah, Oscar Bob, Antonio Nusa, and Andreas Schlelderup. Am I saying that correctly? I love watching them all. Yeah, getting a good, a good up and coming team for definite. Speaking of good and up and coming, so Huijsen is starting for Spain today, which is something. I don't think he started the last game if I recall that correctly. Just looking at the lineup quickly. So Spain have got Simon Mingueza as right back. I've never heard of that person. Lenormand, our favourite Spanish-French person in defence, alongside Huijsen. Cucurella left back. Midfield, Zubamendi, Olmo and Ruiz. And up front, Yamal, Williams and Oyarzabal. So what's his face, who I was hating on, he isn't starting, Morata. So probably a good move by Spurs there. Looking at Netherlands, they got Verbruggen, Gertrude, Van Hecke, Van Dijk, of course, Matson. In midfield, they've got Reinders, De Jong. It's a 4-2-3-1. In the three, they've got Frimpong, Kluivert, and Gakpo. And up front, they've got Depay. Pretty interesting. Dean Smith on YouTube says, can you please do me a deal on tomorrow night? Can you please wear your McAllister shirt backwards? What's the backwards things about? Because I think you asked the Allison one backwards as well. I mean, I can try. I've never worn a shirt backwards before, but I can try. I don't know if it'll be really uncomfortable, but I'll give it a try. And then if it's uncomfortable, I'll have to switch it around. But yeah, I'll give it my best try. On Twitch, Snus says Odegaard liked the link-up play with Schelderup and always sent to him all the time. They're very similar as wingers, and yes, it is good. So in reference to kind of how the team is progressing there, always sent the ball to him. Odegaard didn't send one through ball to Haaland, but Schelderup did, and Haaland scores. So it sounds like they've got a good kind of link up going on there. Thello Asgard, another Norwegian that plays for Luton Town, always so dangerous throughout the game. He scored and had an assist. So not Schelderup. He only had one assist. Yeah, I mean a good up and coming team for definite. But in the meantime, it looks like Spain have got a penalty. And Miko Oyarzabal, who scored the winner at the Euros, I think, is taking it. He's taking his run up. Yeah, nice goal. So 1-0 to Spain already. Decent penalty to be fair. Snus on Twitch says, "We're not good enough for the World Cup yet. I don't like our manager. Who is your manager out of curiosity?" But yeah, I would love us to give it a go if we qualify. Fair. Lucy Lane, also Starley Solbakken is the manager. Okay. What don't you like about him? Is it his style of play, or is it something else about him? Lucy Lane says, how much would you take for Nunes? Interesting, interesting question. If you'd asked me around Christmas time, I would have said 40 million minimum. 40 million minimum, but obviously anything above that. But I think there were rumors that in the summer there was a Saudi bid, and the Saudis bid 70. So if we can get 70 again, or something in that ballpark, I think that would be amazing. Even kind of 65. I think we'll get a good amount for Nunes. But in the meantime, Oyarzabal's through and he scores. But is he offside? I think you might. I think you might have been offside there. Yeah, based on yeah, but the thing about Nunes, even though it hasn't really kind of worked out for us, I think there will be a lot of coaches across Europe, and potentially outside of Europe, who might think, you know what, I can do something with him, if you know what I mean. So I think a lot of coaches will think that they can turn his trajectory around. And Nunes is still young. He's still the Uruguay striker. He's still got amazing kind of physical attributes. So yeah, I mean, I can see us getting at least 60, but hopefully more. DJ Corleone says, thoughts on Mamadashvili. Yeah, excited for Mamadashvili. He's a good prospect. I know he hasn't been having the best season this year, but I don't think we can judge a player just based on one season alone. But yeah, has all the physical attributes, a good shot stopper. He's excited about joining as well, which I think is always important. So yeah, excited to see him. I presume Kelleher's gonna leave, because he kind of desperately wants first team football. So that will be a bit of a disappointment, because I quite like Kelleher. But in the meantime, Williams is through now. Williams had a one-on-one from the left, but Verbruggen got very low down and saved it. But yeah, it's gonna be sad to see Kelleher go, but he wants to go. He wants first team football. So with respect to the manager there, Snus says it's his style of play that I don't like. Don't really take the blame for the way he sets up the team. Just in general, not good enough. We play 4-2-2 without 4-4-2 with Odegaard. Okay, so in the 4-4-2, where's Odegaard playing? Is he presumably one of the central midfielders in the central two? And 4-3-3, when Oscar, Bob and Nusa are there. Right now, both are injured, so fair play to him. I hope he goes back to 4-3-3 if we get the two wingers. Yeah, 4-4-2 has been a bit kind of outdated for a while. And I also think with a 4-4-2, you perhaps don't get the best out of Odegaard, because I think he's best kind of being a bit more, what's the word? A bit more advanced. So, yeah, I think 4-3-3 definitely makes sense. He is central. Yesterday he was on the left midfield spot, which is weird. Okay, interesting. So yeah, that's kind of why I was asking. I was like, so where does Odegaard play for Norway? But yeah, seeing Odegaard on the left would be would be quite strange. So I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks that is a bit peculiar. So my match feed has just gone down. If you just give me a second. Just fixing my desktop. First half was amazing, and then I don't know what he said to them, and then I don't know what he said to them, but it was such a boring second half. Almost like they could have keep going for the whole 90 minutes. Yeah, that's never ideal. It was the opposite in the Liverpool game that I went to. So in the Liverpool game, the first half was boring, and then suddenly the second half there was two goals. Um, DJ Corleone asks, would you keep Gakpo? Oh, 100%. I definitely would keep Gakpo. Gakpo's probably, I think, our best left winger, in my opinion, at the very least. Um, I think he's got a good length of contract to run. I don't think he's on particularly kind of high wages, and I think he's just starting to kind of get into his prime. So yeah, I definitely keep Gakpo. I'd say right now, after Salah, Gakpo is probably the best forward. So would definitely keep. I was so mad. Moldova had so many chances out of nowhere. Understandable. Sander Berge was man of the match last night, which was weird too. But hey, yeah, Sander Berge. I remember when we were linked with Sander Berge many years ago. Is it Sheffield United he played for? Something like that. I watched it. It was funny to see two goals from Crouchy. The robot dance was funny, yeah. Jersey Dudek got injured after 16 minutes. Yeah, when Dudek got injured, everyone just burst out laughing. I don't know why. I think he made one save and then he got injured. So I think age was unfortunately catching up with him there. At the time he did, yes, Sander Berge, but now he plays for Fulham. Okay, fair enough. So speaking of West London, Cucurella's on the ball right now. Spain playing keep ball as their nice through ball from defence straight to Olmo. Van Dijk clears it out though. Falls to Yamal. Spain playing it backwards. I love Dudek, but he tried to do the typical Alisson run and long kick down hamstring. Yeah, yeah, and there was another time. Speaking of hamstrings, Cisse was through. I think it was from a Gerrard pass, and Cisse was just running onto the ball, and then he just held his hamstring. He just stopped running and held his hamstring. So I think that was a common theme, hamstrings and fitness and that sort of thing. Players would kind of play for 20 minutes, go off, and then come back. I remember Dirk Kuyt came back on, and a few others came back on as well. I wanted Cisse to score so badly, yeah. Yeah, definitely wanted Cisse to as well. Cinema Pangal played amazing. He played better than I ever remember him. He was playing more as a right winger, but I was like, wow, okay. So Netherlands passing it about now. Uh, Netherlands trying to make something happen. They need to get I think they need to get Frimpong into the game a bit more. They're just kind of, they're just kind of passing it they're just kind of passing it around at the edge of the box, but they're not really they're not really making not not really making much progress. Then just a foul by Depay. Spain building up again. Natasha run onto Makaleli. Yeah, I remember that. It looked pretty bad, and even Makaleli when he was on the floor, he was kind of complaining. But yeah, it did look pretty rough. She did fully kind of take him out, but thankfully he was all right. It did look bad. I'd forgotten about that until you mentioned it. But yeah, um, it wasn't it wasn't a good sight. I was worried actually. I was worried that we were gonna send somebody off in a charity game, but thankfully it didn't happen. Um, uh, Gamer underscore Cal 2 says we need to buy DM cover for Gravenberch. It's clear that Slot doesn't trust Endo, and we need somebody in a similar mold to Gravenberch. I agree. It's just Gakpo is just on the I thought Gakpo was going to take a shot there. Gakpo ended up cutting inside, passing it inside to Kluivert, who then smacked it over the bar. But yeah, it's clear Slot doesn't trust Endo, and we need somebody in a similar mold to Gravenberch. Yeah, I think Slot likes more. Is it cultured? More cultured, kind of more technical midfielders by the looks of it, rather than Endo, who appears to be more of a destroyer. Oh, Spain are through. Spain. It was a Williams was a 1-on-1, kind of just past Van Dijk, and I was thinking what's happening, but Van Dijk was playing him offside. Sorry, that's why. Yeah. Player was a meter offside. But yeah, with respect to the DM thing, I do think they're after somebody in a similar mold to kind of Zubamendi. Perhaps not Zubamendi specifically, but yeah, so someone similar to that. And yeah, you guys seem to agree on that. We'll see who they want to buy in the summer. Jay Spearing, oh my days, he was so funny. He kept running around tackling stuff. Yeah, I mean he was full of energy. Jay Spearing, he was definitely one of the better players. Nusa / Shelderup are kind of like Gakpo. They love to cut inside, either shoot or just run up and send the ball into the box. They both love to dribble as well. those are definitely good attributes, and it's the those are typically the type of players we seem to target as well. So yeah, it's positive. Um, it seems like they make good decisions as well. I think sometimes the issues with our left side, specifically Diaz, and specifically Curtis Jones, is that sometimes they take a bit too long to make a decision. Um, so it's good, good attributes, I think. Spain just attacking now. Cucurella on the left crosses a ball in. Van Dijk heads it out. Yeah, Spain definitely attacking for another goal by the looks of it. Zubamendi's playing ahead of Olmo, but I think that's just probably just a temporary thing. Gakpo with some good defending. Come on, Netherlands, do something. Make it a bit more competitive. I'm supporting you here. Paris croissants, which are the best type of croissants, I gotta say. Um, when I went to Paris last year, I think I had at least one croissant every day. So good, good, good username, Paris croissants. Hi, would you keep Ben Doak? I would. Some people are hating on Ben Doak, and I don't understand why. Um, I mean, I do understand why to a certain degree, but I think they forget that Ben Doak is still very young, um, and he's got that ability to keep the ball stuck to his feet. Um, Again, this is gonna sound like such an exaggeration, and this is not what I mean, but I don't have another way of saying it. But like the way like with Messi, sometimes it looked like the ball was stuck to his feet because he had like such a low center of gravity. Of course, I'm not comparing Ben Doak to Messi, but it's just one of those similar things. Um, but yeah, no, I really like Ben Doak. I'd like to see him given another loan and maybe another chance. Um, yeah, I wouldn't sell him. Um, Schlalderup did a lot of step overs and tried to take on the players. Of course, they're Moldovan players, so don't expect much. But they were very physical, run into the players. Kind of reminded me of Newcastle. So they're a physical team. Perhaps not the most technical team. I can't think of many Moldovan stars. I'm thinking Adrian Mutu back in the day, but I think he was Romanian instead. Um, but yeah, physical team getting good tackles in high energy. That's what it sounds like. Um, Norway don't seem to like to be very physical towards other players. They're too nice on the pitch. Fair enough. They use their skill. They use their skill more than their aggression by the looks of it. Um, yeah, regarding the Paris croissants, I had at least a croissant every day. Definitely put on weight, but what can you do? Um, they did beat Poland after Poland was 2-0 up, and then they bottled it and Moldova 1-3-2. That is that is quite the bottling. Spurs, a Spurs level bottling. I think that's Matson at left back. Netherlands trying to make something happen here though. They've pushed pretty much all their players apart from Van Dijk into the Spanish half. Gakpo on the wide left. Cliver, Gakpo, poor pass, but no, Depay gets it back. Depay just smacked it on Williams' head and then put his hand up. It's like, why would you get a free kick for that? Frimpong, nah, nothing much happened. Kind of reminds me of when Norway was up against Scotland. We should have won 2-0, but we bottled it and it became 2-2. Nah. Also a bottle job, but thankfully not as big as the Poland bottle job. Norwegian players love to stand up sleeping in the second half most of the time. It's a good way to pass the time if you don't let any goals in. Bulgaria scored 2-2 against Ireland on the aggregate. Exciting times. More exciting than this game, to be honest. This game is like not Spurs. Spain got an early goal, and since then it's been kind of slow build-up play. But Netherlands are trying to make something happen now. Gakpo to De Jong, to Reinders, to Maatsen, to Reinders, to Frimpong on the right. To Depay. Come on, man, do something. Cross it in. Like, this whole passing back and forth is... Okay, they tried to make something happen there. They've lost the ball. Spain are countering now with Williams. Van Dijk's back, but De Jong tackles it. Snus is saying Germany 1-0 up against Italy. 3-1 aggregate. Kimmich scored a penalty. Man, a penalty to celebrate his new contract. I always felt like that whole contract thing was just like he was always going to sign a contract with Bayern. It was just a potentially a distraction to get more money, potentially trying to fake interest. There was even saying there was Liverpool interest, but I was like, Liverpool are not going to sign 29-year-old Joshua Kimmich for 300 grand a week. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's obvious, like we think about it now, but you just read these news stories at the time, and it's like Liverpool linked with Kimmich, and you're like, that's not going to happen. Yeah, Kimmich will stay at Bayern for this contract, maybe stay for one more contract, and then probably go play in Saudi or something. Yeah, these Germany players, they love their home teams. Yeah. So Maatsen, sorry. Maatsen with the ball. Van Hecker. Gakpo. Nice pass, nice crossfield pass to Gakpo. Gakpo 1-on-1 with the defender. Cuts inside on the right hand foot, puts a really nice cross in, but there's nobody there. Like, he cut inside and it was really good. The cross was also really good, but if there's nobody there, what's the point of doing that? It just makes you laugh, doesn't it? Yeah, shot from distance there by Gertrude. Keeper eats it right up. Kimmich was linked to Arsenal as well. The Arsenal fans were hyped, yes, because they were hyped, and because that's exactly what they needed, right? Another defensive player. I wonder where he would have played for them, because Arteta seems to like playing four centre backs at the back. Um, maybe midfield alongside Rice or something. But yeah, Arsenal fans just get hyped over anything. Since it would have been free, yes, free, definitely a free signing. Um, definitely a free signing if you ignore the £30 million signing on fee. Arsenal fans love their defensive player. They do. They love their defensive player, and the management also loves buying defensive players. But then at the end of the season, they complain that there's no striker, or they'll say, "Oh, the ownership didn't give us money for a striker," and it's like the ownership gave you 200 million. If your manager wants to spend the 200 million on more defenders, then that's on the manager. CDM 100%. Yeah, I think you're right. That's probably where Arteta would have played him. Flexi says Robbo or Simicas. Ooh, deep question. This is a question where like you change your mind every week. I'd say right now, like right this moment, probably Robertson. But earlier in the season, definitely Simicas. Robertson was having bozo moments every game a few weeks ago, a few months ago, and then at that point I would have taken anyone over Robertson. He seems to have calmed down a bit recently, but you know he's gonna have another bozo moment. So my answer is ideally probably neither, but right now Robertson, until he gives away a foul or until he lets the right winger cut inside, and then I'll change my mind and say Simicas instead. He would play CDM, but he would be back with the centre back. So technically, they'd play five defenders. Yeah. But that's the thing with Arsenal. People always complain that they don't score enough goals, and it's like, yeah, what do you expect if you're playing with five defenders? And the remaining players are not all that attacking either. Robertson lost to Simicast today. Well, that's maybe we should use that as our barometer. Simicast won the most recent game. Therefore, Simicast wins. Foul by Memphis. Portugal scored 1-1 and it's 1-1 on aggregate. Okay. But I always say with the aggregate. Who scored for Portugal? I'm curious. It was an own goal. Oh. That's not ideal. So Anderson own goal by the looks of it. And Kimmich penaltied Musiala for Germany. Yeah, Joachim Anderson own goal. Unfortunate. There's never. Yeah, I think so. Crystal Palace guy. There's never a good time to score an own goal, especially not on the international stage. But it is what it is. Maxwell underscore 2222 says, I'm worried we'll lose the Premier League. I hope not. I think, I mean, it's one of those things where unless it's done, it's done, right? Unless it's mathematically impossible, you'll always worry about it. But I think it's a 12-point lead, so I think the fact that it's a 12-point lead brings a level of comfort because it's 2 digits. Whereas if it was like a 9-point lead, I'd be like, oh, I'm a bit worried. But I think I'm not too worried. I think I'm not too worried for now. If it goes down to 9 points, I might get a bit worried. But yeah, I'm good. I'm good for now. Not too concerned. And Musiala scored the second for Germany. He's another one, as we were saying earlier, another German player who has signed a new contract because he loves playing in Germany. We need 4 wins and 1 draw. Yeah, nothing to be worried about. Yeah, it's kind of similar to what I was saying earlier. And we got 1 loss the whole season to the mighty Nottingham Forest, of all teams, at home. So yeah, I'm not too concerned. Not too concerned right now. Oh, I should really update this thing on the screen that I put on for the score. Spain won. Hopefully that's updated the score. Netherlands attacking again. Right back, Gertrude, I believe. Reinders. Williams getting back. Williams getting back to defend, which is pretty nice. You don't always see that, especially with young players who are kind of quite highly hyped up. So, I mean, the fact that he's coming back to defend is quite nice to see. Snus says, if we actually bottled a lot of games, I would be worried. The fact that we lost to PSG, the better team on the day, and the same with Newcastle, doesn't mean that we will bottle the league. Yeah, I agree. And I think what people sometimes forget is that both PSG and Newcastle are very good teams. If it was, I don't know, Southampton and a League One team, then yeah, I'd be a bit concerned. Even if it was like a mid-level team like your Brightons or somebody, I'd be a bit worried. But yeah, Newcastle, very good team. PSG, very good team. So yeah, not overly worried. I think we're a bit too far ahead for a collapse right now. So first half is almost completed. Goal kick by Spain, header by Van Dijk. Frimpong versus Cucurella. Frimpong dribbling at Cucurella. Frimpong with a cross, but bounces off Cucurella's head. Cucurella's kind of has an advantage that his hair is so big. It's harder to get across like past him. That feels like a legitimate advantage to have. Just like the giant hairstyle that stops the ball. So I was watching this one clip. Our Liverpool fans actually congratulated Newcastle fans after the Carabao Cup loss. And the Newcastle fans said that they had more respect since they expected us to downplay their win. Well, yeah, I mean that's positive. They were the better team, so I'm glad. I'm glad we're giving them their props and not saying, oh, it's only a Carabao Cup, because number one, that's annoying when people do that, and number two, they haven't won anything for like 70 years. So like, why hate on them? Just like, they deserve a bit of happiness, kind of thing. So I'm glad that I'm glad that Liverpool fans were classy, and we show class to other classy teams like Newcastle. So I'm surprising that they would think we'd be bitter and downplay their win. Um, I think Newcastle fans are kind of generally humble. I would definitely downplay if Man United won. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. There's exceptions. There's exceptions to every rule. There's even exceptions to what I said 10 seconds ago. So yeah, if Man United win a treble, then I'd 100% downplay it and say, yeah, they only won the treble because everybody else was no good, and it was a transitional year, so it doesn't really count. But teams like Newcastle, Arsenal, but I do hate their fan base is too loud. Yeah, it's difficult because there's annoying people in every kind of fan base. I have generally noticed Arsenal have gotten a lot more cocky over the past few years because they finished second place here and there. So I don't really, you know, I don't really understand the reason for their cockiness. But yeah. Tim Kleindienst scored 5-1 Germany. Wow, there. Again, I've made the choice to watch the wrong game. The other day, I think it was the England and France under 21s had 4 goals, and the one I decided to watch had 1. Here, Germany 5-1 up, so 6 goals there. Versus the game I decide to watch is just 1-0. So I always seem to pick the wrong game. Yeah, was it 5-3? Yeah. So many goals I can't even remember. Nah, it's only 3-0 at the moment. Still better than this game. This game only 1-0, and like nothing much nothing much has happened. But yeah, 3-0 does sound more exciting. Maxwell 2222 says we should definitely go for Frimpong. He's been playing really well. Yeah, he's impressed me, both in this game and the previous game. He was better in the previous game compared to this, but I think generally as a whole, not Newcastle, Netherlands starts with the same 2 letters. That's why I got confused. But generally as a whole, Netherlands haven't been playing too well. But yeah, Frimpong has been quite good. He's starting to win me over. But I tell with the aggregate, Maxwell, if we did, he definitely become an LFC player one day. There's that video, I don't know if you guys have seen, where Frimpong meets Gravenberch and he speaks to him in a Scouse accent. So he does. I just got a feeling it's one of those things that could happen, especially because it looks like Trent is definitely going to go. They're just replaying the penalty. Good penalty from Oyarzabal. Left-footed strike right into the corner. I heard about that but not seen it. Yeah, see if you can find it. it's quite funny. I think he goes up to Gravenberch and he said, "You're right, lad. You're right, lad." He says something like that. But Frimpong's accent, Scouse accent's better than mine. Frimpong's been in plenty of videos where he said he likes Liverpool. Yeah, I'm not surprised. They're just like replaying the penalty like 500 times because that's the only thing that's happened. That's the only thing. That's the only thing they've got to show is that penalty, which they just keep playing over and over again. And they're just showing the offside goal. Frimpong also had to rate Liverpool, Arsenal and City players, and he rated Liverpool and City players and didn't rate much of Arsenal. Well, Frimpong's definitely adhering himself to the fan base, so that's a positive right there. Maxwell 2222 says Van Dijk has been playing really well. He's been playing well, some kind of good headers, good clearances. He's holding the line quite well alongside Van Hecke, helping to kind of play Spain offside. So yeah, I definitely prefer Van Dijk in a 2. I know Netherlands used to play kind of 5 at the back, aka 3 central defenders, and I think that's you don't really need that when you have Van Dijk. It just feels like a waste of a player. It just feels like unnecessarily having an extra defender there. But yeah, no, it's he's playing well. He's playing well. They're just showing a replay of Williams' one-on-one. Williams was kind of running down the left side, and he went for a shot in the near corner, but the keeper realised and saved it. So traditionally, if you're going down the left side, you'd kind of go for the far corner, but he went for the near corner, and Verbruggen made a really good save. Very good save. That was it. It was, "You're right, lad." That was it. But like he did it he did it really good. He sounded like Curtis Jones after a few drinks. Hoping to see more goals in the second half. One can hope. Maxwell saying Kwanzaa or Konate. Oh, that's a long one. I'm going to need a drink before that. Okay. Kwanzaa or Konate? Generally speaking, Konate, I think he's a better defender. He wins a lot more aerial duels, which is important for a defender. If you recall the very first game versus Ipswich, it was Kwanzaa that started, and then Slot took Kwanzaa off at half time. And when he took him off at half time, he said it was because Kwanzaa was not winning enough aerial duels. So that's something I like about Konate. A lot more physical, imposing, a lot better in the air, a lot faster as well. He's a lot quicker. So he's faster and he's stronger. So he covers the physical side a lot better. Traditionally, though, I'd say Kwanzaa is better on the ball, a better passer as well. But Kanate's passing this season has gotten better. But yeah, I'd say Kwanzaa's a better passer, generally speaking. Um, but yeah, generally Kanate, but I'm sure Kanate will be on higher wages, and there's some concerns about Kanate's contract for next season regarding if he'll get a new contract, that sort of thing. Um, but yeah, let's see. I'm happy. Happy to keep them both, but generally speaking, if you force me to pick one, it'd probably be Kanate. They're just replaying some Netherlands chances, just showing Gertrude's shot. So Gertrude took a shot about 20 yards out from the goal, but it was far too central and the keeper had no problem with it. I'm hoping I'm hoping Netherlands show a bit more urgency in the second half. So France 0-0 with Croatia at halftime. Germany 3, Italy 0. So, as we were saying earlier, Kimmich penalty, Musiala and Kleindienst. Portugal 1, Denmark 0. That was the Anderson own goal. Spain 1, Netherlands 0, as we know about. Bulgaria up against Ireland. Antov scored for Bulgaria. So yeah, not bad for a Sunday. The Curse King. Hello. Hope you're good. Hope you are doing well. Good, thanks. Oh, that's good to hear. Good to hear you're doing well. Frimpong said that Liverpool scouted him and he wanted to join the Liverpool Academy. The The reason he didn't was because it was many hours away. Oh, and Man City was 15 minutes on the bus. Fair enough. Can't blame the guy. 15 minutes is yeah, a lot easier to get to. So yeah. The Curse King says, "I'm liking the score on the screen. Thank you. I thought I'd jazz it up a bit and kind of show the score. Although now that's another thing I have to remember to update. So the Spain score, I think I updated that 20 minutes late, but I got there in the end. So better late than never. So he chose to join City back then. Due to convenience. Fair enough. So Netherlands coming back out now. So Van Dijk's still coming back out, but that is obvious enough because I don't think Van Dijk was going to be subbed off. Yeah, players just in the tunnel. Spain players coming out now. Just waiting for kickoff. Stevie G4000 says, "Did you see Gerrard yesterday?" Yes, Gerrard was playing. Gerrard was the captain. Gerrard got by far the loudest cheers. Like most of the legends got like normal cheers. Peter Crouch got like quite loud cheers, but like Gerrard's cheers were like levels above everyone else. Still very good on the ball. Like still some kind of very good passes. And he played the full game. He didn't get subbed off. Quite a few of the players would play like 20 minutes, get subbed off, and then would come back on for the final 20 minutes. But Gerrard played the entire game. Yeah, some of his passing was amazing. Tackling was good as well to a certain degree. Like, I appreciate they weren't sliding in like they would do on a proper game. But yeah, it was good. Good tackling, good heading, good crossing. Yeah. But yeah, he was there. And like, yeah, he was clearly like everyone's favourite. Peter Crouch's first goal, they were so loud. Yeah, massively loud because it kind of came out of nowhere, and everyone just found it so funny that it was Peter Crouch for some reason. But he seemed to be lapping it up as well. But yeah, it was. But yeah, it was really good, 100%. So Spain taking a corner now. I think that's Yamal takes a corner. Ooh, Yamal takes a corner. It falls to the player on the back post. Number 12. Who the hell's that? Who is that number 12? For Spain, it is Mingueza, or the guy I was on about at the start when I was saying I have no clue who that is. I wanted Crouch to get a hat-trick. It would have been the perfect day for him. Yes, it would have been very memorable for him to kind of get a hat-trick. He was on a perfect hat-trick as well because he scored with the head. And I think I can't remember if the second goal was the left foot or the right foot, but I mean, since it was one of the feet and the first one was a head. Okay, so the second one was with the right. Yeah, it would have been amazing if he had gotten a hat trick. But I think even the two goals, I don't think anyone expected anyone expected that. Um, especially with how he got especially with how difficult that header was. So I think that just surprised everyone. Another player that impressed me on the Chelsea side was Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Like he took a free kick and he got it on target, and I was like, wow, nice. Um, I expected Cout to score. Yeah, Dirk Cout was playing on the left a lot, which was interesting because nowadays obviously um, right-footed players play on the left, but yeah, back in the day it was more on the right as a traditional winger. But yeah, Dirk Cout played very well. Um, very good at controlling the ball in tight spaces. Um, but yeah, he impressed me. He swapped a lot. Yeah, he did. To be fair, swapped a lot between the right and the left. Um, but yeah, Cout was really good. Momo Sissoko, yeah, I think he played like half an hour or something. But like, I mean, he was good, but the thing is, he's got like so much muscle now. Like he just looked like gigantic, like proper jacked, like he's been going to the gym every day. So I think that's probably why. Yeah, that's probably why he could only last 30 minutes. Yeah, and he barely touched the ball as well. Um, yeah, he wasn't that fit from like a endurance perspective. Like he looked like really like he looked twice the size that he used to. Um, but yeah, from an endurance perspective, he looked a bit slower. Yeah. So ball gone back to Unai Simon to Olmo. They're doing the whole play out the back thing, but Van Dijk runs 3/4 of the pitch and just heads it straight back. So Van Dijk's in the number 10 position, and Mingueza fouls. Moise Keane scored for Italy 5-2. Wow, high scoring game, and I picked the 1-0. That's life sometimes. Free kick. Free kick for Netherlands. Whipped in. Cleared by Zubamendi, I think. Put back in by De Jong. Matson with a crossfield ball to the left wing. Falls to Depay. Back to Matson. Matson plays it out right. Frimpong. Frimpong and his 15-minute bust. They whip a cross in. Ooh, good cross by Frimpong. That was surely a penalty. Yeah, penalty's been given. The 15-minute bus man wins the penalty. He whipped in he whipped in like an amazing cross to Depay, I think, but the Spanish player just basically clearly fouled Depay. Um, so it looks like it's gonna be a penalty to Netherlands now. after the penalty to Spain that we had earlier. Just waiting to see the replay. So 15-minute man crosses it in. That might have been a dive, to be fair. That might have been a dive by Depay. But he kind of fell over so theatrically that the referee kind of gave it. They're just arguing over the penalty. I'd like to see Gakpo take the penalty, but it looks like Depay is gonna take it. So he's just stepping up now. See what happens here. Depay, good penalty. It was kind of centre left, but he hit it right into the roof. So 1-1 now. So we're even Stevens again. Snus says Ryan Babel did have a good game. He did have a good game. He did get in the way of Gregory Vignal, which was the first shot. So I think Gregory Vignal had a cutback, and then Vignal smacked it at the goal, and it just smacked off Babel's head, which is unfortunate. Ping pong football. Oh my days, Mark Gonzalez yesterday, he did very well. Yeah, it was nice to see him. I remember when he first joined back in the day, he failed to get a work permit, and then we had to leave him with his original club, and then we were able to get him later. But yeah, Mark Gonzalez, he played well, number 11. Boom, Michael Elise scored for France, 1-0, and 1-2 aggregate to Croatia. Elise is good player. He's somebody I thought we might target as the Salah replacement, but he ended up just going to Bayern. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, Elise was good player for Palace. It's fallen to Depay, but Lenormand clears it. Yeah, another Bayern player. Yeah, like the Germany team is basically half the Bayern team. Yeah, Musiala, Kimmich and Elise. All Bayern players going to score. Harry Kane's going to find a way to become German in the next 10 minutes, and he'll probably get the 4th goal. Ooh, ball fell to Frimpong. He probably should have done better than that. Ball fell to Frimpong in the box, and he just smacked it over. It's 1-1 goal score. Yeah. Oh yeah, good point. I'm glad you remember, because I clearly don't. Let me update that. Oh no, I've hidden it. I don't want to do that. That was a good reminder. I'll get used to the scoreline. Ooh, the pie cuts inside, goes for a shot. But yeah, hopefully that's updated now. Virgil van Dijk header at the last second. That would be perfect, wouldn't it? Van Dijk used to take free kicks back in the day, especially for Celtic. Not so much a thing now, but I'd love to see him. I'd love to see him score another free kick one day. Would be nice. Spain attacking. Dani Olmo in the number 10 position, but Van Dijk intercepts. Van Dijk's a cheat code to a certain degree because he's so fast and he's so strong and he's got good reading of the game and he's got good passing. He doesn't really have a weakness. Like I from a centre back perspective, I can't think of a weakness that Van Dijk has. If we think of kind of some of the kind of traditional centre backs, John Terry, you could say his weakness was that he was slow. Rio Ferdinand, you could say his weakness was his concentration. Whereas with Van Dijk, he's probably the first centre back I've come across who doesn't really have a weakness. I mean, Carragher, you can say, was slow, general kind of ball control and so forth. But yeah, Celtic days, he was very good free kick taker. He was. There's some amazing free kicks that Van Dijk took on YouTube. Szoboszlai had many bangers from free kick mark at Salzburg and Leipzig. Yeah, so he's another one. Good from dead ball situations. I think part of the issue is not necessarily that it's an issue, but I think part of the issue is that Trent's at Liverpool. So if Trent's there, Trent is going to take most, if not all, of the free kicks. But if Trent is not around next year, then there might be opportunities for Szoboszlai to perhaps start taking some. I think Van Dijk did take a free kick against Everton a couple of years back, but he smacked it right over. Denmark scored 1-1. Rasmus Christensen, okay, good goal for Denmark. Stevie G 4000 says this will go to pens. It's looking like it. It's looking like a pretty even game. Spain scored first, but like after that, didn't really do all that much, if I'm honest. And Netherlands have gotten an equalizer, but again, there isn't one team that feels like they're significantly on top at the moment. Snus thinks that Netherlands will win. I hope Netherlands will win. I am supporting them by virtue of them having more Liverpool players. Even without Gravenberch, they've still got Van Dijk, Gakpo, and possibly some future Liverpool players as well. Nico Williams did well there, but he was a bit too close to Verbruggen with his shot, and the keeper saves it. Brianna Jacob says Diaz or Gakpo. I'd say Gakpo. More end product, a bigger threat from the air as well because he's kind of taller. Gakpo isn't as quick as Diaz, but he's still fast enough, and I think part of that is due to the bigger height. He has a longer stride, so he's still kind of fast enough. I think his link up plays better as well. But yeah, I'd go for Gakpo, and yeah, Snus agrees Gakpo all day. If you asked me that before Diaz's big injury, I would say Diaz. Yeah, I think part of the issue is around that time, Gakpo didn't really have a nailed down position. Like Klopp and Linders, they bought him, and then they were playing him like as the number 9 for a bit, which worked for a bit and then kind of didn't work. And then they were playing him in midfield. So I think Gakpo only really got his opportunity at left wing on a slot. He didn't really get that opportunity on the Klopp, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I think right now definitely Gakpo. Diaz was a demon before he got that really big injury. Yeah, a speed demon. I remember everyone thinking, who on earth is this player that Liverpool have bought? Because you'd see other clubs kind of buying and signing players for like 80 million, 90 million, 100 million, whereas Liverpool were always around the 30 million mark. So Mane was around 30 million, Salah was around 35 million, Gakpo was around 37 million. I think Jota might have been like 40 million. And then they signed Diaz for 37 million. So naturally everyone was like, who's this demon that they've signed for 37 million? But yeah, he was electric when he had the number 23 shirt um, when he joined. But yeah, injuries have unfortunately not been not been too kind to him. Uh, Gakpo always had his best run at left wing, yeah, because he can do his move on the left wing. You know where you know where he kind of cuts inside on his right and then smacks it top corner. I mean, that's his signature move. I mean, fair enough. I'm more than happy for him to continue doing that. He was so good. Yeah, the injury really hit him. It's unfortunate. It's just one of those things, unfortunately. So Marlon is warming up on the touchline. At least it's an attacking substitution. Van Dijk, is that Van Dijk? That can't be Van Dijk. No, that's Memphis. Another cross by 15-minute Frimpong, but the cross kind of avoids everyone and goes out. But it was a very good cross, very close to the keeper, but nobody was there to kind of hit it in. Oh, you think Marlon comes in for Gakpo? Possibly. You could be right there. Even though I want to see more of Gakpo, I am still conscious that he is getting his fitness back up. So, yeah, I mean, if he's gotta go off, then he's gotta go off. So Van Hecke plays it back to Verbruggen. Plays it back to Van Hecke. Lofts the ball over the top, but defended quite well by Spain. Zubimendi now. Cucurella. Zubimendi. Zubimendi loses the ball. Because he was staring at his mountains for too long. But Spain win it back. Spain should really counter now, but they take too long. Williams down the left hand side to Zubimendi again. Snus on Twitch says Zubimendi needs to be hooked off. Stinker and hooked. Yeah, he deserves it for how he messed us around in the summer. 100% deserves it. Spain countering now. I think that's Yamal. Ooh, plays Williams into a ton of space. Williams goes on it on his own. Yazabal must score that. And he does score that. Like, Williams got played through the ball on the left and he was in a meter of space. Like, there was no one near him. Which could be Frimpong's fault. I don't know. But let's see the replay. But yeah, as soon as because I was looking at the chat, and then as soon as I looked across, all I saw was like Williams in a ton of space. Yeah. So Yamal played the ball through to Williams. Part of the reason I think was that Frimpong was so high up, so Obviously, if Frimpong's up the pitch, he can't defend it. Um, Played to Oyarzabal, who did really well to stay onside because Van Dijk was trying to play him offside, but he stayed onside. He tried to lob it. He tried to lob the ball over the keeper, but he just hit the keeper's head, and then the ball went back to Oyarzabal, and then he just smacked it in. So 2 goals for him, 3 goals in 6 matches. So we're getting. Oh, I need to update the score. I remembered myself this time. I was, so Spain 2, Netherlands 1. There we go. Very professional. Alison Roma says hi. Hello, Alison Roma. Hope you're good. Hope you're doing well. I will always start enjoying having him having a stinker and hooked. He's one of those players now. I think he's made an enemy for life, or he's made multiple enemies for life, given how he behaved. So, yeah, I'm with you on that. If he joins Arsenal after all, yeah. I mean, if he does join them, in some ways it's like a match made in hell, if you know what I mean. Because it's 2 sides that you hate kind of coming together, so it's like a marriage of I don't know, a marriage of evil. But yeah, if he joins Arsenal, it will be the funniest thing though, because they don't need more defensive players, but they've got this obsession with just signing as many defensive players as they can. But what more can you say? Did you actually know Stevie G had a knock? He was only supposed to be playing for 30 minutes in that alleged charity game. Wow, I did not know that. I had no idea about that. He played the full game. He didn't even come off like as a sub and then come back on. So, yeah, I mean that's a surprise. Must have been playing through the pain. According to the commentators, that's one thing you lose in the grind. Commentators and replays. So if something happens, like you missed it. So that's the downside to a certain degree. I don't really hate him. I don't spend time hating players. He rejected him, whatever. But I like seeing him having a stinker hooked. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair level of dislike, shall we say. Moise Keane scored again, 3-2, aka 5-3 in aggregate. A lot of goals tonight. A lot of goals. And Evan Ferguson has scored 1-1, 3-2 aggregate for Ireland. I mean, these players are working hard on a Sunday night. I'll give them that. Most people are exhausted this time, but these players are delivering. Ooh, Yamal with a good tackle there. Yamal's defensive game is impressing me, and Williams as well. Maybe it's a sign of the times, because we saw it with Robben and Ribery. We saw it with Mane and Salah, and now we're seeing it with Williams and Yamal as well. That the wingers also make quite good defensive contributions, so it's nice. It's nice to see. Offside for Spain there. Close one, to be fair. Close one. Netherlands probably eager to get another goal, but again, Spain just keep getting the ball back. But now Netherlands get the ball back. Reinders, and a nice pass to what I presume is Gakpo. Yeah, nice pass to Gakpo. Gakpo does his cut inside, but then he passes it back. Is Mbappe gonna step up for the France team or not? He was given 300 million to join for free. Yeah, free, but 300 million signing on fee, and he's useless for France now. Yeah. I mean, could it be one of those things where once you kind of get paid, then the motivation goes down to a certain degree? Um, Jeremy Doku assisted De Kuyper, and De Kuyper scored. Is that Belgium? That one. I think Doku's from Belgium. Marlon is coming on. It'll be interesting to see if it's for Gakpo or if it's for someone else. The corner here. What I find crazy is that Van Dijk and Gakpo are the same height. Pretty much. Corner by Depay. Oh, falls to Reinders, who kind of side foots it, but Unai Simon saves it. Yes, 1-0 to Belgium. Yeah, okay. Thought so. I actually didn't know that. Interesting. What thing was that? Sorry. Oh, about Gakpo and Van Dijk's height. Yeah, I think that's what you were referring to. So Olmo back to Zubimendi. Yeah, Gakpo and Van Dijk the same height. Yeah, it's one of those things where you think and you assume that Van Dijk's a lot taller than everyone, but which he is. But then like Gakpo's very tall as well. CR7 scored against Denmark. Fair play. Still scoring, man. So Netherlands just with the ball in the midfield. I think Netherlands will have at least another big chance there. They've got a. Ooh, ball lofted over to Reinders, but it gets saved. Gakpo on the edge of the box. To Van Dijk. Cross by Netherlands. Cross in. The ball kind of eluded. The ball eluded everyone. Ooh, I was saying the ball eluded everyone. Another cross came in and it just missed. Just missed Gakpo. By like 10 centimeters. Netherlands need to score now. Yes, I need to. I really want to see a bit more kind of urgency. So Marlon is coming on. I don't know. Don't know who's don't know who's coming off though. But Marlon has come on. Oh, Kluivert came off. Okay, interesting. And Xavi Simons is coming on. So surely he'd come on for Kluivert. So okay, so Gertruda off Marlon on. So that's a offensive substitution there. I'm trying to see is Gakpo still on the pitch? I'm just gonna double check. No, Gakpo's off as well. So Gakpo came off for Lang. But yeah, Lang, Simons, and Marlon on. Diogo Jota playing for Portugal at the moment. He just got a yellow card. Oh, Diogo. Well, what more can I say? Just don't get injured. Lukaku scored. 3-3 aggregate. Came back from 3-1 against Ukraine. Fair enough. Yeah, Noah Lang in for Gakpo. And Denmark scored 3-2. Some exciting games for a Sunday. I mean, Sundays are normally quite dull, but... Ooh! Netherlands score! Netherlands score! Xavi Simons with a kind of amazing through pass to Maatsen, who I think is the left back. Maatsen was in the box. Amazing through pass by Xavi Simons. Update the scoreline. I was just gonna say it at the same time. I was just about to say I'm gonna update it, and then you beat me to it. It's turning into. Have I not updated it for a? Oh yeah. So it's 2-2 now, right? Yeah. There needs to be a way to automatically update it, but let's see. Spain 2, Netherlands 2. Yeah, so Xavi Simons came on, had an immediate impact. Reminds me of Harvey Elliott. It reminds me of Harvey Elliott a little bit in some ways, in the sense that he's perhaps not the most physical player, but technically good, spots nice little passes, and he's effective in that sense. So top player. Come on, Van Dijk header. Yeah, that would be absolutely amazing if that was to happen. He's very raw like Harvey, so I agree there too. So much that they can learn and become better at. Dembele stepping up for France since Mbappe can't too. Dembele also kind of stepped up against us. He's having a bit of a resurgence, but good for him. 2-0 today and 2-2 an aggregate. Michael Elise with a goal and an assist. Yeah, top player Elise. I'm still a bit disappointed we didn't get him, but it is what it is. Nice through ball by Spain, but with Van Dijk there, he's just gonna hit it out, isn't he? Arsenal striker is coming on for Spain, Mikel Moreno. Yeah, we didn't even try. So I mean, hey, yeah, I would have liked us to have tried. But it is what it is. I'm sure we'll get someone else. Ball played to Depay. Williams now. Williams attacking down the left. Falls to Olmo. Falls to Williams. Nice kind of skills there. I think he gets a corner out of that though. At least Elise rejected Chelsea twice. That's true. He does get some points for that. Almost coming off though. Who's number 20? Number 20 is coming on. That looks like, what's his name? Pedri. Yeah, Pedri's coming on. Denmark, Portugal 2-2 and Spain, Netherlands 2-2 and now 3-2 Germany. So yeah, a lot of goals for a Sunday evening. And Cat Meow Meow 7 says, bring back the Premier League. Yes. Excited and eager for the kind of Premier League to kind of come back, so we can start watching Liverpool games again. So I can stop pretending I know who all these players are. For the Liverpool players, I'll definitely know, but for some of these, sometimes I have to look them up. Like, who is that? And then Snus says, I told you Netherlands will score between 70 and 80 minutes. Yep, you were correct. It was a good prediction. Frimpong now. Frimpong running down the right hand side. Frimpong crosses the ball in. Frimpong's crosses are amazing. I was just about to say, is Frimpong English? And then I just realised he's playing for Netherlands, so probably not. So Pedri now. Pedri's running past half the team. Passes it inside to Williams, who's going to pass it out wide to Yamal. Yamal's on the outside of the box, lofts the ball in, tries to find Kukurea coming down the left, but ball kind of rolls out. Frimpong to Marlon, who's central. To Xavi Simons. To not Gakpo because he's off, but I think it's Lang on the left, possibly. Ooh, ball falls to Reinders. Nice low shot, but the keeper gets to it. Yes, he's English playing for Netherlands. Yeah, it does get a bit confusing. Harry Kane also English playing for Germany. What do you think Yamal is worth? What, from like a transfer fee perspective? Like not anything anyone could afford. Let's put it that way. I'm sure he will have a release clause in the hundreds of millions, but like, yeah, probably something like that around the 200 mark. Definitely. Should I look it up? Yamal. So Yamal's contract includes a 1 billion release clause. So that's his release clause. But yeah, I mean, if somebody offered 250, I think they'd have a good chance of getting him. But yeah, they've hedged their bet to the billion. Yeah, $1 billion is not $1 billion, €1 billion. So even more than that. It's slightly outside Slightly outside Liverpool's price range. Pedri's got one as well. Yeah, Pedri's also a billion. At that point, what's the point of even putting them in? if you're gonna make it a billion. Pedri tries a through pass, but the ball just kind of falls to Frimpong. Ball goes out. Goal kick. De Jong, who I'm surprised is still on the pitch, but he wins the ball back. Ball goes out to the left. Ooh, cut inside, nice cross, cut inside to what's his name? God, what's I'm having a brain freeze. Memphis, cut inside to Memphis. But he's unable to kind of take advantage of it. Lukaku scored his second, and it's 4-3 to Belgium. But Lukaku is on fire today. Pedri's just dancing around the box. I thought there might be a penalty, but he just slips over his own feet there. They do it so teams can just buy him with the release clause unless you give him serious cash for the players. Yeah, and I think it's a bit of a deterrent as well, so that they don't get any silly offers. Trincao scored for Portugal, and it's 3-2 now and 3-3 aggregate. Crazy high scored games. Kukurea on the left goes to Williams. Spain's showing a bit more urgency, but now that it's kind of equal, when they had the lead, I felt like they were sitting back a bit. But Williams on the left. Williams cuts inside, but it's cut inside very nicely, to be fair. But then just kind of struck it straight at the keeper. 2 games that scored 5 goals, and one with 4, which is Spain, Netherlands. Today they will have extra time. It makes sense. It's gotta be a winner. Yeah, someone's gotta go through. Ball goes to Kukurea on the left, plays it inside to Williams, who's kind of central, but Reinders gets the ball back. And now Netherlands are going to try and attack, but Spain get the ball back from Netherlands again. And now through ball by Spain, but the keeper, the Verbruggen should get that, but Van Hecke just kind of deals with it. He did the responsible thing. Since it was home and away games, that's why you were so confused. Yes, that makes sense. I even after I finished streaming, I googled it in case I missed something, but it said FT like full time, and I was like, I don't understand this. Like, because normally it'll say like leg 1 or leg 2 or first leg and second leg, but it just said quarterfinal full time, and I was like, I don't understand. But yeah, it makes a bit more sense now. Adam Ida scored, and Ireland 4-2 against Bulgaria. Another high scoring game. So Verbruggen takes the goal kick. Goes to Marlon, who has freshly shaved his head for this. Goes to Frimpong on the wide right. Frimpong versus Kukurea. Frimpong passes it back to Marlon. Marlon beats Kukurea. Marlon did a nice cross along the floor, but it got intercepted. 90 minutes are up. So we're into extra time. France, Croatia, Denmark, Portugal, and the Netherlands, Spain winner. Fair enough. Who do you think will win on pens? Okay, yeah, extra time and then pens. Well, if it gets to pens, well, I'm back. I want Netherlands to win. I'm backing Netherlands, therefore I will say Netherlands. But I think Spain will be quite dangerous. But yeah, 100% backing Netherlands for this. So they're just doing their water breaks and whatnot. Italy will be in the group with Norway. Okay, that's tough. That's a tough situation to be in for qualifying for the World Cup. Norway got to play Italy now. Yeah, not ideal. Of all the teams, Raspadori scored 3-3 on the game. Now it's 5-4 aggregate. I'm glad I'm not covering one of the other games, or I'd have to update the scoreline even more frequently. Yeah, crazy. Robin Franks 25 is here. Hello, Robin. Hope you're good. Still a minute left. If they score another, I will laugh. Understandable. Belgium versus Ukraine is over. Was that 1-0 with Doku, that one? Oh, 3-0, sorry, 3-0. The Kuiper and then Lukaku, who scored twice. Yeah. Serbia beat Austria 2-0. Vlahovic scored in 90 minutes. Yeah, 4-3 to Belgium. 7 goals. It's been quite a high scoring evening apart from the France game. But we've had 6 goals, 5 goals, 4 goals. Netherlands are Netherlands are going to take the kickoff, first kickoff of extra time. Ooh, falls to Frimpong, but he just about he's very close to losing the ball there. Ball goes out. So Spain on the attack again. Spain to Pedri, to Yamal. Robin Franks 25 says, "Do you think we will sign all three on new contracts?" Ooh, that's a loaded question. Um, Generally speaking, I think Salah and Van Dijk, yes. Trent, I wouldn't say he's 100% gone, but it looks like we'd need something kind of spectacular. I'm curious as to what the hold up is. Like, I'm sure it's something we'll find out. We'll find out in a few years, kind of when nobody cares anymore. But I'm curious as to what the hold up is regarding the new contracts. Like, is it wages? Is it the length of the contract? Is it both wages and the length of the contract? Is it assurances about the club's competitiveness? Like, what is the sticking point of each player? That's what I want to know. And again, like, it's hard for us to say, but based on what it looks like right now, I think Salah will stay. I think Van Dijk will stay, and I think Trent will probably go. But in an ideal world, I'd want all three to stay. Germany won against Italy, and Norway will play Italy on the 6th of June. So just 2.5 months away. Norway home versus Italy 6th of June. Then we go to Italy the 16th of November 2025. So you'll play them in June, and then 5 months later playing them again. So Spain's right back's coming off. Hopefully they make a attacking change. Take the right back off, put someone more attacking on, but let's see. Oh no, they're putting Spurs guy on, Pedro Porro. Scary Italy indeed. So Mingueza goes off, Pedro Porro comes on. We will struggle so bad. But defense is terrible. Yeah, it's Italy. Italy have a lot of talent. Yeah, I was literally gonna ask about Chiesa, kind of with the Chiesa situation. I wonder if he'll be back in the team back then, or what the situation will be. I wonder if, because you were saying the second game is November. I wonder if he'll be a Liverpool player then, or if he'll be playing for someone else. Me personally, I want to see him next year. I'd like to see him still, because I feel like he hasn't really been given a chance. So I'd like to see him be playing for Liverpool next year. Oh, Arsenal striker with a horrible foul, and I hope that's given as a free kick. Yeah, Marino did a kind of weird sliding tackle. It's free kick to Netherlands. Frimpong takes it, passes it back to Van Hecker. Passes it forward to Reinders. Passes it back to Van Hecker. Plays it to De Jong. 1 minute into the extra time, and Trincao scores his second goal against Denmark. Well, he's been on fire for the last few minutes. Fair play. Good for him. I hope he will, but will he be playing games? Yeah, that's the other question. I don't know what the situation is with Chiesa, because when he comes on, he at least looks like he's trying. He at least looks like he's putting effort in, and he even scored the other day against Newcastle. I don't know if it's a fitness thing because he didn't have a pre-season. Part of me feels like that's just an excuse, but we'll see. I want to see him playing games. I want to see him given a chance this season. In an ideal world. Even if he's coming off the bench, last 15 minutes kind of thing. And personally, I'd like to see him centrally, because I think his link-up play is really good. And I think his finishing is good as well. He perhaps doesn't have the raw pace that he did when he was younger. But he's still quick enough. Yeah, his dad came out and said he loves his time at Liverpool. Yeah, that's good to hear. I saw that today. It's good to hear. But I don't know why he's not playing. Is it a bad attitude in training or what? Who knows? No idea. It is just sad. I'm hoping it is just like a giant misunderstanding, or it's like some sort of fitness issue, which would rectify itself come the next season. Oh, by the way, I heard that Chiesa will get a medal when we win the Premier League too, as he should. I'm glad to hear, because there was some sort of weird rule where person had to play 5 games, and I think he's on 3 at the moment. But yeah, it's good. It's good for him to get a medal. Spain taking a quick throw in, goes to Yamal versus Van Dijk, but Maatsen covers it anyway. It would have been interesting to see what happens there. Yeah, I said that to you, but I heard he'll get it regardless now. Okay, that's good. Good to hear. I want to know if it will be the same for like Tyler Morton, kind of those guys. I think as long as you have one appearance, you should get it. So Marino is playing kind of alongside Zubamendi. The two Sociedad boys. Zubamendi to Yamal. Yeah, I'm not too sure how the academy how it works for the academy players either. It's a bit of a mystery. Ouch! Frimpong just went crashing into the kind of advertising boards, which is never nice. He's just laying on the floor, kind of holding his head there. It looked pretty painful. Kind of sad that Harvey doesn't get his playtime either. I like him, but it doesn't matter if the if the coach does it. Yeah, Harvey's another one. I mean, when he comes on, he's effective. He's making things happen. What I presume The issue is there. It's perhaps kind of physicality because he's not kind of the most physical of players. Um, and I presume it's like from a physicality defensive perspective, but he's still a good option to have on the bench, especially when you need to unlock a defense. And I think even against Newcastle, it was Elliott's through ball that set up Chiesa. So that shows that there is a place for him. So Depay is coming off, and Brobby is coming on. You saw Klopp used a lot of academy players, and they are good. Yep. Um, a lot of potential, lot of skill in the academy. Just thinking recently, obviously Trent, Curtis Jones, kind of Tyler Morton, even players like Brewster and so forth. It's like hopefully they make it, and if they don't make it, we're still kind of able to sell them and make a profit. Um, yeah, exactly. But giving them the spotlight will give us more sales, which is good. So yeah, there's very few disadvantages to kind of making more use of the academy. Ball goes to Kukurea. Zubamendi did well there to kind of get out of the press. Ooh, nice ball over the top. Oh my god, what a goal! I think um, I think Lily Sanderson in the chat must be psychic because she said goal please, and 2 seconds later there was a goal. I think that was I think that was Hoysen with the pass, was it? Yeah, it was Hoysen with the pass. That is hilarious. So Hoysen would like. Ooh, he might be offside though. He might. I think he's offside. Hoysen did a long pass over the top to Yamal, who then cut inside on his left foot, curled it in. But based on what I can see, he's offside. Yeah, I'm a bit ahead of you. I saw Yamal scored, but I don't spoil. I appreciate that. Oh, okay. Didn't get. I thought he was offside, but is there no VAR on this thing or what? Hoysen assist, yeah. That nice kind of long pass, kind of Van Dyke esque. Marlon on the ball. Robbie just fully shoved the player like this. Like, what's it? That was hilarious. Goal kick by Simon. That goal reminded me of Van Dijk to Salah type goal, yes. Yeah. Yeah, good comparison. So, centre back, long ball across the right winger who cuts inside on their left and then smacks it into the corner. Yeah, 100%. So, Maatsen taking a free kick now. Or throw in, should I say. Ball ends up back with Frimpong. Oh, but Williams pushes Frimpong off the ball. He should really move the ball a bit faster now, which he is. Passes it out wide to Yamal. Yamal versus Van Dijk. Yamal passes it to Pedri. Surely Williams. Oh, good block by Van Hecke. If Van Hecke didn't block that, that'd be 4-2. First half of extra time is over. Was it an offside goal? It looked very offside to me, if I'm honest. Like when they showed the replay, it looked well offside. But I mean, I only really saw it for 2 seconds. Good last ditch tackle by Van Hecke, or block or interception. Well, players are having a drinks break, so it would only be relevant and appropriate. Because I'm on a site, Norwegian one, that I always watch, it's ahead, and they didn't say anything, but they did. Oh, really? But they did remove a goal. The goal hasn't been removed, no. But what that has reminded me is I haven't updated the score on the thing, which I don't know if that's the source of the confusion. Don't show the game, but they show the results and stuff. So it's still 2-2 according to them, and had to refresh, and it's 3-2 still. Yeah, it's 3-2. As far as I'm aware, the goal looked very offside to me, like from my eyes. Unless there was like another left back who was playing the guy on side, but it looked offside. But as far as I can see, the goal has stood, so it is 3-2. Yeah, it's a goal. I'd be interested to see a replay. So Spain now, we're in the second half of extra time. Yamal plays it to Pedri. Yamal, what a player. Yeah, crazy player. Oh, ball played through. I think that, yeah, unlucky. That was the Ferran Torres. Yeah, Barcelona have a tendency to always have amazing attacking players. I think Yamal came from the youth system as well. There's a photo. I'm not sure if you've seen it. There's a photo of Messi with Yamal as a baby. I don't know if it's a real photo, but like there's a photo of them, and then Yamal kind of grew up to be a player in the same team. It's pretty crazy. Um, Van Hecker playing it out wide. Frimpong, Reinders, Marlon. Nice flick by Marlon. Ooh, falls to the number 7. Surely that's a goal. Oh no. What? Penalty. Okay, penalty. Fair enough. That, I mean, they really should have scored. Um, they really should have scored, like, for it to not be a penalty. But this might end up, if they score this penalty, it might go to penalties overall. Yeah, the keeper basically fouled Javi Simons, and the ball then fell to the left winger. Yeah, the keeper fully fouled Javi Simons, and the ball fell to Lang on the left wing. But Paro got back on the line, and then Paro saved Lang's shot. But what the penalty was for the initial foul on Javi Simons. So Javi Simons is going to take a penalty now. Come on, Netherlands. Javi Simons steps up. Oh, close. Nice goal. Nice goal. He went to the keeper's left, and the keeper also dived to the left, but the penalty was right in the corner. So it's tough for the keeper to get to. Yeah, the Yamal goal didn't even matter at all. 5-all. 5-all on aggregate. 3-3 on the night. Update the scoreline. Oh God, you're right. I remember that 2-1, but since then I've been not great on the updates, but it's updated now. Kings League has just started. So another football game. Is that the seven-a-side one? That one. The Kings League. It's too much football going on at the same time. Spain attacking now to Lenormand. Crossfield ball to Cucurella, who's the most wide. Inside to Marino. Oh, 6-a-side, okay. Las Aliens playing West Santos. Las Aliens, what a name though. Marino about 5 miles offside there, so Nothing much. Nothing much came of that. Netherlands attacking. Poor through ball. Poor through ball. Owned by a Twitch streamer. Nice. Always good to have more choice. West Santos scored a banger. Yeah, there have been lots of good goals tonight. Lenormand. Across to Huijsen. Huijsen's been impressive. He's got. I know he's very young, but he does have a certain composure about him. Ball in by Williams. Foul there. Foul by Spain. Ooh, nice ball in by Yamal, but gets headed out by Van Dijk. That's the problem. You can put these amazing crosses in, but if Van Dijk's there, it's kind of tough to do anything against that. But Alex Garcia does a foul, and now it's free kick. Oh right, okay. So the Twitch streamer is the president of Los Aliens, and his girlfriend is the president of the female team called Las Aliens. I see. Gamer Cal says this will be close on pens too. Could definitely be. Both teams are kind of tiring a bit, but both teams still have dangerous players. Huijsen with an amazing block. Huijsen's impressing me. I think, even though he's conceded 3, I think he's had a good game. And they often go to Mexico, and they are there now and then, which is pretty cool. It definitely is. It's definitely cool. So speaking of cool, Van Dijk has the ball. Striker fails to close him down, so he just passes it straight back. The streamer often takes the penalties for Los Aliens when he's there. Okay. That's an interesting way of doing things. Watch Real Madrid stats, definitely there. Watching Huijsen right now. Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about, because he's defensively he's looked very secure. From a passing perspective, his passing's been very good as well. He's also had a level of confidence about him that you don't expect. So, yeah. He will 100% pick Real Madrid over us. I'd say most likely 99.99%. I think the only things we have is, number one, he's currently in England, so he could already be settled in England and not want to move to Spain. And I think secondly, we can offer him a lot more kind of playing time. But yeah, if he didn't choose us, I wouldn't be mad at him either. Ooh, Paro with a late tackle there on Lang. When Real Madrid comes, you can't really say no. That is true. That is true. As we kind of see with many players, they find saying no kind of quite difficult to that team. Williams is coming off, so no penalty for Williams, which is a bit of a surprise. Alex Baena is coming on. Trent got his head turning, yeah. Head turned, yeah. What I've noticed as well, he is the vice captain, and he hasn't done like one post-match interview like all season. You know, when people get interviewed after the game, I don't think he's done a single one. Probably because he knows that's what they're going to ask him. Marlon just smacks the ball over the bar. Gakpo watching, just laughing at Marlon's shot. Cross by Spain. And the ball just goes out. West Santos with another banger, top bins. We might need to sign some of these West Santos players. By the sounds of it. Pretty good. Yeah, definitely send the scouts to watch the Kings League. I don't know if this match is happening in Mexico, but if it is, it'll be a nice little break for them. Huijsen again. Huijsen to Zubamendi to Lenormand. Netherlands get the ball back though. Now Netherlands are countering. Crossed in, but again it is a nice cross by Marlon, but no one's in the box, so she's gonna get snuffed out. Is that another penalty? Matson went over, but the referee waves it off. Marlon in a shooting position, cuts inside. Cuts inside, goes near post, but Unai Simon senses what was happening and manages to save it. The Kings League has started to come everywhere in Europe too. There's Kings League in Spain, Italy, Germany, and England soon, I bet. Sounds pretty popular. I might need to check this out. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it or anything. They're just replaying Marlon's shot there. He's a near post. And that is full time on this game. There is an own category on Twitch with Kings League, free to watch. I might check it out. Might give that a go. So it's full time, so it's penalties now. I'd like to see Van Dijk take a penalty. The last penalty I recall was The one he took versus Arrizabalaga for Chelsea. You know when he smacked it in the exact position that Arrizabalaga was in. Cold penalty. Yeah, Gamer Cal says I remember that. So yeah, it'd be nice to see Van Dijk take a penalty. Diogo Jota assist to Goncalo Ramos, sorry, scored 5-3. Nice. Hopefully that's Jota getting back to fitness then. I don't think he's been quite right ever since he's been injured, but hopefully that's him coming back. USA versus Canada started right now. Wow. It's definitely very popular. Speaking of popular, so we've got penalties coming up. So Van Dijk and Ferran Torres just doing the whole coin toss thing for the penalties. Penalty shootout is just starting up now. Exactly when my match freezes, which is perfect timing. I'm just trying to get my match back. It just kind of crashed. So I want to see a Van Dijk penalty, and that's exactly when my match crashes, because I can see on the thing that he scored. Oh my god. Let me see. So as far as I can see, Van Dijk scored the first, Marino scored the second, Cooper Minor scored a third. This is like the worst time for it to crash. I feel like this happened deliberately. Like imagine sitting through like a whole match and then it crashes on the penalties. Oh, this is getting on my nerves. Okay, we're back. Marino scores there, so I can finally see it again, which is a positive. (5-3) to Portugal, and they win against Denmark. France versus Croatia in the penalties now. So this isn't the only game with penalties. So Netherlands taking the next penalty. Nice penalty. Ruiz. Sorry, not Ruiz. Coop minus. So I think I'm a little behind again, but that's fine. It's Ferran Torres, I think. Yep, Ferran Torres taking the next one. He does his little kind of jump shot and he scores. So Netherlands taking the next penalty. It's Xavi Simons. Scored a penalty in the game. So hopefully he can score a penalty again. Oh, nice penalty. Keeper didn't move. Again, another amazing penalty. When you score those penalties and you get them right in the side netting, there's nothing the keeper can really do about it. Good penalty for Spain. That was Garcia taking that one. Canada scored against the USA. But Poch said USA have a chance to win the World Cup. Yeah, I don't think I don't think we can take anything seriously that Pochettino says. So Lang is taking the next penalty. Oh, hits the bar, hits the bar, hits the bar. He went high. To be fair, it hit the underside of the bar rather than the top of the bar. But even then, it's not really what you want. So if Spain score this, they would go 4-3 up. Yamal is taking it. Yamal steps up. Oh, and it gets saved. Terrible penalty. Terrible penalty by Yamal. Awful penalty. Along the floor, slightly to the right. Easy save for the keeper. I mean, the only thing I can conclude there is that he mishit it. Noah Lang shouldn't have been taken in for Gakpo. Yeah, agree. Gakpo's very good at penalties as well. So Netherlands taking their 5th penalty now. Nice goal. Nice goal by Taylor. Second pen missed by Croatia. One more goal from France and they win. Is that Zubamendi? It wasn't Zubamendi. It was... what's his name? Baena. I thought Baena already took a penalty, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but never mind. Getting into the final penalty now. Judging by that head, I think it's Marlon. Kunde missed. Wow. That is a shocker. Marlon stepping up. Oh, Marlon misses as well. It was a decent penalty. He got good power on it, good direction on it. It kept it low, but he just wasn't in the corner enough. Like like his kick was a bit too central. Yeah, it was too central, and the keeper guessed correctly as well. So if Spain score this, then Spain are through. It's Pedri taking it. Pedri scores. Nice penalty. Nice penalty. Nice penalty. So Spain win 5-4. Fantastic. So 3 bad results in a row. Sad days indeed. Very, 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 very sad days. So there's the PSG loss, which was bad enough, and then the Newcastle loss, which was bad enough, and then this Netherlands loss. I won't spoil stuff like that, but I saw it before. Van Dijk had bad days. Yeah, not not ideal, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Close match, close match in the end. I think the match could have gone in either direction, but it's Spain today. I'm hoping all this good luck, all this bad luck, will manifest itself as good luck, like for when Liverpool beat Everton, because that must be the reason why this is happening. Did Van Dijk miss? Did Van Dijk miss his penalty? I thought he scored. That was when my that was when my kind of match froze. Oh, he scored, but you mean two penalties were missed by Van Dijk's team, I guess. Yeah. But I need us just to win the Premier League now. Yeah. No, I agree. I think that's the priority at this point. Noah Lang, yeah, that was it. So Noah Lang, he hit the bar. He did hit the underside of the bar, um, and then yeah, Marlon. He went low and he got good power on it, but um, unfortunately, his shot was a bit too kind of central, and then yeah, nothing could really happen with that. But yeah, it is what it is. Cool. Well, that was another interesting stream. Um, I'll be back tomorrow for the England game. So let me check what time the England game is. Oh, is that the France versus what's its face, Croatia? Interesting. I might as well just watch that if there's just a few if there's a few penalties left on there. Yeah, Theo Hernandez is just taking his penalty now. And I was like, I know what's gonna happen. Good for USA. And Theo Hernandez completely misses the goal. How unfortunate. USA 1-1, Los Aliens and West Santos is 3-4. Crazy. Croatia taking a penalty. Croatia score. French players stepping up. Scores. Saliba looked quite happy about that. So it's 4-4. So it's basically sudden death as far as I see. So next penalty wins it. Magnon trying to make himself as big as he can in the goal. Croatia take the penalty. Ooh, and it's saved. It's saved. So when I said next penalty wins it, it could very literally be the next penalty. Croatia coach with his head in his hands is not looking happy. Mike Magnon. Who's stepping up there? Is that Upamecano? Magic Mike, indeed. It is Upamecano. Another Bayern player. After we had Kimmich earlier, we had Musiala earlier, and somebody else. Oh, I thought he was hitting that over, but he hit it just into the roof of the net and he scored. Michael Elise, that was it. Michael Elise. These Bayern players popping up everywhere. And I bet you that Bayern player is going to score tap-ins for England tomorrow. But yeah. So France goes through. Germany go through. Portugal go through. Spain go through. And it's 4-4 to Los Aliens. Okay, so in terms of tomorrow then. Can't believe I've lasted 3 hours. That's like the longest I've ever done. So in terms of tomorrow, and Mississippi like he did for against Albania. So it's England versus Latvia tomorrow. That's 7:45 as far as I see. Yeah, England versus Latvia. A rumour just came out saying Harry Kane is considering a return to England with Liverpool his preferred destination. I'll believe it when I say it. I will be here, don't you worry. Appreciate that very much. To remind me to update the scoreboard. Because I can never remember to update that thing. But hopefully I remember. Yeah, are you saying about the Harry the Harry Kane thing? I might try doing more Liverpool stuff, like Liverpool transfer rumors, um, that sort of thing. Yeah, we don't need Spurs players, Spurs genes. Stay the hell away from Liverpool Football Club. Do people not remember Robbie Keane? When we signed Robbie Keane for like 50 million, which was a lot of money back in the day. And then we signed him in the summer, and he was so bad, we sent him back to Spurs like 3 months later in January. Cool. All right, well, I better go. So thanks everyone for their time. Hopefully we'll have more Liverpool stuff soon. Uh, I'll have to think about what to do. I'll probably do some like transfer rumor stuff, that sort of thing, because that kind of stuff's more interesting. Um, but yeah, cool. Hope everyone has a nice night, and yeah, take care. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you.